Welcome to an MTD Technical Corner. Now today we're talking about what is probably a machinist's worst nightmare. It's vibration and how you control it, especially in boring applications with the system we've got in front of me. But before we talk about that, I'm here with Emir from Wohlhaupter. Now Wohlhaupter, people in English-speaking countries in England and the UK maybe don't know who Wohlhaupter are, but in Germany they're really well known, aren't they? Tell me a little bit about the history of Wohlhaupter, please.
Yeah, Wohlhaupter was founded in 1929. As a regular small job shop around the Stuttgart area. At one point Emil Wohlhaupter came across an application where with the machines back then it was not possible to get done. So he developed in 1935 the UPA boring and facing head that actually could apply that facing operation on that part. And he thought of it that it's so good that actually he can make a business out of it. So we started in 1937 to show that to the world. And
it's not just boring and facing heads. You've moved on to, you actually developed one of the first modular boring systems.
Yeah, in 1973 we actually came out with our modular tooling system called Multibore. We figured out the machine changed a little bit to the first NC controlled machine came out, so the UPA was really not up to date anymore for those kind of machines. Yeah, and since 1973 we are having the modular tooling system.
And what I love is it's still in use today. I mean, you've got the kind of the battle-proven technology at the bottom here in the connection, but you've got some real brand new tech in the middle. Now, what is this and what are we trying to achieve? I mean, we're talking about a boring operation here. And can we start actually back up and actually talk about boring itself and what part of the operation, what part of the machining process it sits in?
Yeah, so again, the modular tooling system since 1970, newer technology nowadays, you know, we've been over the decades, we're always putting new developments in from combi line, aluminum cutting tools. So always something new came to the modular tooling system. And in the finishing application, that's where our core business is as well then.
Okay, and finishing, this is a high value operation because you might have kind of a complicated part, you spend a lot of time machining. What happens when you kind of start to increase, even with a good modular boring system, you start to increase your length to diameter ratio? What starts to happen to the boring operation?
As more modular components you put together, as weaker your system's going to be as a build-up system. So when you get to a diameter to length ratio over 5-6 times D, it's where it's going to get tricky as far as how your boring tool is going to perform. So in the higher diameter to length ratios, without a vibration damping property component like NOVITECH is, you always would have to reduce cutting speeds, feed rates. That always takes a long time in the process. You're not reliable all the way through the board to achieve the surface finish as well as the tolerances that you need to achieve.
And it must be an awful feeling when you've done a long boring operation. You might have slowed it down because of vibration and the boring tip's gone halfway through and you look down and it's been 15 minutes and all this time spent on the component and it's got a bad bore finish.
Yeah, you don't want to scrap the component on the last application because up to that time it's already a lot of time consumed with all the other application, and it's always the machine operator's nightmare to run the finishing ops on the end, especially in the higher diameter to length ratios.
And what you can fix all of those issues ideally with the NOVITECH system, and it's really heavy. I can barely lift it even though it looks quite small. There must be a lot of tech inside of it. How does it work?
So the NOVITECH actually has 2 dampening models inside the head, which are holding an absorbing mass that is actually always working against the vibration that occur on the cutting edges. So that's how it works to silence down the tools, so we are seeing no vibration marks in the operation.
So then you can turn up your feeds and speeds, you have to worry about vibration so much, you can hopefully improve that productivity, which is so important.
Oh yeah, you can actually run regular speeds and feeds like on your applications up to 5 times D, get faster through the bore, achieve superb surface finishes, but as well reduce your cycle time and increase your capacity on the machine. Absolutely,
but I guess it sounds like it's a sophisticated piece of technology, and I've seen maybe some others that you have to kind of adjust a ring to change the frequency response, and there's quite a lot of operator intervention to make into getting the application right for this technology. What does an operator have to do with this system?
This one, it's more like a plug and play. You put your tool up to the lengths you need with upfront the NOVITECH system. You can build up the tool, whatever you have available or you need for the application. Then you put your cutting speeds in and feeds in and press the button for a go.
I love the fact you said earlier, actually, this is a bit like Lego for adults, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's Lego. Like I said, you build it up to the lengths and diameter you would like to with all the components that we have available in our modular tooling system.
Okay, and if someone wants to try out this Lego for adults, but they don't want to take on so much risk with a new piece of technology they maybe have less experience with, how can they guarantee that application?
We as a company, we offer a GA, a guaranteed application form on our webpage where you fill in your application details, diameter, length, material. We select then the right components for you, see what your targets are, if we can achieve it. We'll prove the tools out with you together, and if it works, it stays with you. If not, it comes back to us with no charges for you.
Brilliant. So if it works, it stays with you. Check out the guaranteed application on brand new tech based on proven technology from Wohlhaupter, supplied by Allied Machine in the UK and worldwide.